Kirsty Kerins.
Hi, Shakti. How are you?
Lovely. Now, I've invited you to talk today because I met you on the lovely, lovely retreat with
Ollie, True, and Denise. I'm not even going to try and pronounce her surname because I always get it wrong. So, beautiful Denise.
And they did the beautiful retreat, and you were on it, and I was doing a heart circling, and it was a wonderful, wonderful 7 days. It was incredible. I only came for one day to do my workshop.
Oh my God! Did you make an impact, lady?
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it was pretty amazing, wasn't it? It was pretty amazing.
It was.
Thank you. And yeah, and so you are, because there were some amazing people on that retreat, and you are can I call you an inspirational coach, or what is your title?
Yeah, I'd love it. Yeah, yes, I like to inspire change in people, and I mean, I'll tell you a little bit about why, but also just bringing out the truest and shiniest and bestest, I know that's not a word, but I quite like that word, sort of bestest version of yourself, really. That's what I feel like I'm here to do, and what lights me up, truly lights me up.
And you can see that it lights you up because it just radiates from the inside out. I see you doing your live statuses, and you know, the reason I'm doing these chats, not interviews, these are all chats this week, is because my book that I've just written, the Middle-Aged Goddess Playbook, is launch day. It's the day it's coming out is on Saturday, and we're doing it at the Awaken the Goddess Festival in London.
Wow.
So we must get you on board next time, because it's getting bigger and it's gaining, you know, it's things are happening, things are moving.
Oh, Shakti, I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. Now, do you just work with women, or do you work with men and women?
I work with men and women, but I have to say, I've not cut out men, but I've never actually worked with guys. It's predominantly, I think it's just the energy that I put out there. It's women that I predominantly attract. So, but I'm not cutting off working with men either.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think it's mostly women coming to you?
Oh my goodness, Shakti, I actually don't know. I suppose, okay, if I really think about it, I am a mum, and I talk about my children and how they grow me, how they inspire me, how I learn from them. Mm-hmm. And I suppose, talking from a mum's perspective, I suppose I'm just attracting those other mums that can relate to that story in themselves. So it's nothing deliberate, but I suppose it's just what I put out there to the world.
Yeah, that makes sense. And so, do you work with the word goddess? Because I wanted to talk to you because I love the light, your energy, your passion, you know, your inspiration. Do you find that you use, is the goddess one of your words? Because we were just discussing this in an interview I did yesterday.
This is interesting because this came up quite a bit for me at the retreat. So I am quite, how do we say it? I'm quite a high energy person, and sometimes I do have to. I mean, I had a friend who used to say, Kirsty, sometimes your energy is just too much, and it almost like I have to just stand back from it. And I am quite a go kind of girl, and a lot of the time I feel that I'm, unbeknownst to me until like this retreat, that I was in my masculine energy a lot.
Right.
And you know, one of my things that I wanted to get better at, if you like, or become more conscious of, is getting into my feminine. So when you say, do you use the word goddess, I think that is so far removed from me. I don't see myself as a goddess whatsoever.
Wow, this is so interesting. This is really interesting, because we've had this conversation all week, you see, and so the Awaken the Goddess conference, or the Awaken the Goddess Festival, has been created to share more about what being a goddess is, you see, and what you described in your opening words when I spoke to you just now were all the aspects, all the, you know, the whole thing of the goddess was coming out of that is what the goddess is, you see.
That's so interesting, because I don't see myself like that at all. Wow. Maybe I've just
You are a goddess and you don't even know it.
No, I really don't. I love myself. Oh my God, that was such a... I love that, because do you know what? I was speaking to a friend, Kelly Walsh, who, do you know what, you need to speak to, because she is an absolute goddess of spirituality. And anyway, we were talking and we were saying, are we like warriors? And I was like, oh my goodness, yes, I'm almost like a light warrior. But I actually quite like to put on the goddess hat and the goddess. Can you be a goddess warrior?
You absolutely can. In fact, look. I'm not doing this to promote my book here now, Kirsty. But
No.
My book. You have to read my book.
I'm going to read your book.
I wrote it for you.
Yeah, it's
too. But absolutely, there are various goddess archetypes, and absolutely, the warrior woman is absolutely a goddess. And there are many more aspects of you, of me, of all the sisters, brothers listening to this. All of us contain within us all of that. And the very words you said to me at the beginning, that I help and support and inspire people to get in touch with who they really are, and all this is connecting with the goddess, the God within.
I love that, because that's maybe just sit up a bit taller, because maybe I am like stepping into my feminine more than what I actually thought I was.
I've got so many goosebumps now, because you suddenly look more feminine as well. And whenever I do you remember when the heart circling, like, I don't know if you remember, but everyone just looks younger, when we just drop into that place, like,
that was so powerful, Shakti.
Softy, we look younger, more gentle, and when we're used to being in that sort of masculine, we just kind of it's a different energy, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, your heart circling, and I'm not just saying this because you're here, but it was one of my highlights. And like speaking to the others, it was a real highlight for everybody else. And it's hard to put a finger on why, but like the energy around that circle was just incredible. And the realization that we really are all connected, that was a big thing that came out for me. It was almost like the proof, even though I knew it, seeing it,
knowing it here and feeling it here.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So
so it was an experience, wasn't it? We weren't talking about it, we were being it,
living it. Yeah. And that's exactly the word for it, the experience of it. Because we were all fully involved, enveloped, and being part of it.
Absolutely, yeah. Oh, I feel quite excited. Yes, I wonder how that would sort of like be integrated into you and your giving and your sharing, to just know that Kirsty is a goddess.
Well, it almost makes me, first of all, want to just sit up a bit taller. You know what I mean? Like, and just getting used to wearing those clothes, if you like, if that, for want of a better word, for trying it on and seeing how it fits. And at the moment, I actually really like it. And just bringing the Kirsty, but really hard to explain, isn't it? But the more feminine, the more softer, the more, but still strong. And I think that's what I've tripped up with. The feminine, it's almost like, not weak, but not strong. Do you know what I'm saying? Absolutely.
And you know what? We can be powerful, warrior women, strong, and still stay in our feminine softness. And it's something, look, this is not something that has come naturally to me at all. I spoke to Janita in the last interview yesterday, and it was really a case of, like, we're all doing this work because we need it. She's teaching about the feminine, I'm doing the feminine, but it's only been the last few years, the last 2, 3, 4 years that I've really wanted to say, okay, what is this goddess feminine stuff? I didn't even use the word goddess till like 18 months ago, 2 years ago, you know.
Wow. Because when you were, you know, just reflecting back on the Beautiful You retreat, I remember you walking in, we were all sat around the table, and you walked in, and it was almost like, wow, who is this lady? You know, you just had this aura. And I remember Terence was just like spellbound by you. You know, you were, I mean, goddess, just, I can't think of the word, you know, like I can't even think of it. What is the word? Anyway, it just was you. You just walked in with it, you know, tall, beautiful, long, toned, strong. And I just remember we all just went, but just Karen was just like, wow. But I remember you also talking, and I'm sure you won't mind me sharing, you know, you saying that, you know, you had to be in your, you know, you felt that you had to be in your masculine because you were this single mum bringing up your sons. And it's like, I had to be the you know, the masculine, and, you know, just learning, like you said, to become that feminine goddess.
Absolutely. And, you know, I think the other side of it is, you know, I think the way that I choose to dress and stuff, it's like, you know, I love clothes, and, you know, I think so many women are frightened to just really sort of claim all of us. You know, we've been so put down, you know, in history for looking a certain way. And I think just to have the freedom, you know, the freedom. And I think that goddess image that we have in our head, you know, any woman can wear that, like wear it regardless of what she's wearing. Any woman can wear that, you know. And that's why I say, you know, any woman can walk in and have that presence. And it's about owning our presence, owning our goddess, our goddess, you know. It's an energetic thing. And then, you know, if we want to wear crazy vibrant clothes or jeans and a t-shirt or whatever we want to put on, you know, we're still emanating that energy. And
and it's funny you say that about, you know, how you stand and the energy you put out there, because my daughter, she's 7, and I do a lot of, you know, with my son who's 5, my daughter's 7, you know, what I live, I teach my children and they teach me, you know. So we do affirmations, we do vision board, you know, we talk about treating other people how we want to be treated, and, you know, respect and kindness and gratitude and all this sort of stuff. And Phoebe actually won Sports Personality of the Year this year for Key Stage 1. And, you know, she went up to get her trophy. And one of the mums said, you know, was Phoebe really confident, you know, walking up there? Because it was like a sports hall full of parents and children and noise and all this sort of stuff. And I said, you know what? No, she wasn't at all confident. You know, she didn't want to go, to be honest. But, you know, this mum recognised, she goes, Kirsty, the way she holds herself.
Absolutely.
And I was just there like, oh my goodness. You know, just, so with all this work that we're doing on ourselves, and this is why I'm so passionate about talking to parents. You know, your children will follow. And Phoebe is obviously, you know, just through what we're sharing, myself and my husband are sharing, she's obviously carrying it.
Absolutely. How wonderful.
And people are, you know, starting to notice it. So my little Phoebe, I would say, definitely is a goddess.
Yes, absolutely.
Just the way she carries herself.
And you know what? Children are connected to that energy, and then we get beaten down, don't we? Then we get programmed, you know.
Oh, don't even talk to me about schooling.
Let's not even start that one. So, Kirsty, I'm going to wind it up just very quickly. Then, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put your website below. What projects are you working on at the moment? What's exciting for you?
Oh, amazing! So I'm working on a mindfulness project for a group who are basically looking to get healthier. So my friend is the personal trainer, the nutritionalist. I'm the mindset side of the group. So I'm working on a mindfulness program that I'm going to get out to that group. But what I'm really excited about is Time to Shine events that I'm doing with my partner in Shine and Positivity, Kelly Michelle Walsh. So we're basically looking to put on our first event on the 22nd of September in Manchester area.
And what was it called?
Say again, Shakti.
What was it called? Tantra.
Time to Shine.
Time to Shine. Oh, lovely.
Time to Shine event. So it's basically helping men and women stepping into their truest self and bringing out the inner light, so that everyone around them needs to stick sunglasses on because they are shining.
I love that. I love that. I absolutely love that. And please send me a link for that, and we'll put it or put it onto the YouTube, because this is going to go onto YouTube.
Oh, I will do. Thank you, Shakti.
Fingers crossed. I have been a bit unlucky with my
Let's hope so. Everything happens for a reason.
It's been lovely. It's got lovely to talk to you. I'm going to send you a link for my book on Saturday when it's out. And you know
Please
what?
do.
You get a free Goddess workout with it, which will do all the dancing, a bit of sisterhood, relaxing, and all that.
Amazing.
Have a boogie in your living room as well.
Oh, fabulous, Shakti.
But thank you so much, and I do hope that we can reconnect really soon.
Oh, please do. Yes. Thank
You're
you
in
for having me,
Manchester,
darling.
yeah? Manchester.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, thanks, darling.
All right, darling. Love you loads.
Yeah.
Speak soon. Bye.